Good morning everybody, we're back, we're here in Gloucester Road. We are putting this, we're carrying on at this job, putting this fuse board in, which you saw in the last video. I'll leave a link for it up here, stay tuned, more to come. Okay, so we were just carrying on with this last week. We're actually putting in this lighting circuit. We couldn't work out what it's for, and I think we've sussed it out because the middle floor doesn't have any lights. So I'm just going to tap this in. This all still looks a bit crappy up here at the moment because I've got these meter tails have got to go into a surge protector here, but it's still on order and it hasn't turned up yet. And there will be another MK board going just beneath it, but I think it's going to be a spare one. I don't think he's going to use it actually because it's still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spare ways. So we'll see. If I hold the aerial of the stereo, it works. If I just stand like this all day, as soon as I let go, and I'm in central London, I don't understand. You have to make your own aerial for this fucking thing, really. This stereo had one job to do and it can't do it. Nope, still doesn't work, really. Fucking crap design. But if you turn this charger off, it's absolutely fine. As soon as you turn the charger on, it just turns to shit. Did nobody in Bosch? I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Fuck it, that'll do. Let's get on with some work. But this is the kitchen we're working in. Ah, that reminds me. After the van got broken into and my test meter got nicked, I had to buy another clamp meter. And I ended up picking up that one, but it's one of these Fluke T6 series. And it's 150 quid, right? But it's got this like, it basically does the job of Dave's magic wand blipper thing. But apparently this is a more accurate version, but I'm not entirely convinced it's more accurate. And it certainly isn't worth 150 quid. See if I can demonstrate what I'm on about. If I just push these back, this is live at the moment, this leg here. I think the idea is you should be able to, because that's live at the moment, but if you've got this little ground contact on the back, and you put your finger on that, and apparently that creates an earth path and then it can read this. But if I put my finger on the back, it sort of works. Come on. If you get it in just the right position, you get 400 odd volts. There you are. Apparently we've got 400 volts there. I would rather use one of those Q-stick. I'd rather use one of them all day. Sorry. Yeah, these Podium steps are actually the clients. I'm going to see if I can buy it off them because they're not expensive. They're like 100 quid. So I don't know, I'm not sponsored by Werner. I'm just saying they just happen to be really good, you know? Which when you compare the size of these, I mean, these are what we always use, these ones. I know these are a bit bulkier, but they are. They're so sturdy to work on, you know, and you've got a big platform here. It's nice, I like them, they're good. Alright, so basically the plan of attack, he's got this grid switch here. We've got 3 switch lights here, which are going to do the 2 lights up there. He's got 2 track lights. Down here he's going to have, we've got 3 sockets up there, and we're just running those in 2.5. He's not sure if they're going to be sockets which have got transformers plugged in for like cupboard lights or something. We're not sure yet, so we're running it in 2.5 just to be on the safe side if we do need it, just in case like. Right, lunch has been had. We're now refreshed and re-energized. So what we're doing, I've actually come up with an idea. There's a grid switch similar to this one up here, but there's one going in that corner. And I think the idea is, what was going to happen here is like an 8-gang grid switch. And next to it, we were going to have a 40 amp isolator for the induction hob. But what we're actually going to do to ditch that, come up with quite a clever idea. We'll just put a contactor down in the board and we'll just drag a 1mm in here so you can still have that a nice 6 amp switch on the grid switch. And then when he presses that, it just activates the contactor downstairs and just basically brings on the hob. So it just means we can put all the switches in the grid, because you can't get 40 amp switches for grid switches that I can see. I had a look online, I couldn't see any. So the only way I know of doing it is you just have to have a separate 40 amp, you know, the ones with the big red buttons. It's the only way I know of doing it, because I can't find one that fits in a grid. So we'll just do it this way, just to keep it all neat like. All right, so that one there is going to be, there's a microwave, I think, going here, and there's an oven below, or it's vice versa, I'm not sure which. But basically, they're both plug-in. So, and I'm trying to keep them, I want to try to, if I individually switch every single item, there's going to be about 20 fuse spurs in here. It's just going to get ridiculous. So I'm just trying to double up what you realistically would double up, if that makes any sense. So, right, I think we're about there. We're going to do something that electricians don't often do, and we're going to clean up. But otherwise, we are more or less there. Sockets are all in. These ones up here, he's not really sure what he's going to use these for. It might be lighting, might be power. So those three, we're actually not sure. Try to run it as neat as you can. But yeah, that will be a grid going in there, as I've said. We just put some band around there because they're dotting and dabbing this wall, so that's coming out a little bit, another inch or so. We ended up drilling sort of 2 or 3 holes down, because what I wanted to do originally was just Bosch like a 32 or a 40mm hole through the joist to run also, rather than having 3 sets of cable. That's why we've done like 3 sets of cables here. But in the end, we ended up, why we've done like this, because we just thought if you Bosch like a 40mm hole through here, there's basically no joist left. So it's not quite so much of a stress on the joist, I guess. Yeah, I think that's about it. Give us 5 minutes, we'll pack up, and I'll see you in a sec. When spade bits are new and the edges are sharp, they just go through like butter, but you've only got to hit a nail or something. You just got to clip a nail and that's it. You can just, might as well just throw it in the bin. This is the thing, you know, we're saying that this house, I was saying in the last video, this house is like totally over-engineered, and it is, you know. You've got a 2x8 joist then, it's doing a grand total of fuck all, you know. All these steels are taking all the weight, you don't, what, you know. Okay.
This is the mess of a bag after about 3 weeks of not tidying it. So
3 weeks, mate, it's about fucking 6 months of not tidying it.
So the best way to clean your tool bag, guys, is literally just to pick it up like this really gently and just tip it out.
It's nice to see that all of the stock that I buy is being kept, you know, in good condition.
You put these in the bag.
Mate.
You put these in the bag. I just didn't put them
Yeah,
in
all
the
right,
tray.
yeah.
So we've got half and half, a mixture of tools and shit.
Look, that's a fucking V-Pro dimmer. It's about 20 quid's worth of dimmer.
There was a few in here.
I'm sure there are, mate. Other than all the ones you fucking sold off at the fucking boot sale.
Yep.
Mate, really.
He's given up.
I gave up fucking years ago with you, mate. There's a light switch here. Apparently there's no door going up here. But this is the bedroom, I don't know. There's a light switch going here, so basically I've got to put, this will be a switch for a pendant or something up there for above the hallway, above the staircase, sorry. I had a guy the other day email me, because a lot of people just email me for work and stuff. And I had this guy email me, he said, I've got 5 outlets, 5 stores or something. And he said, they all need an EICR. And I was like, okay, fine. He said, how much do you charge? I was like, well, £20 a circuit, plus £60 for every board, which I think is pretty average, not expensive. And he's like, okay, well, 5 stores. And he said, I've counted it up, there's 140 circuits, I think he said, between the 5 stores. It's like 30 each property. And I was like, okay, well, I gave him the figure. I think it was 2,600 quid to do it. All the shops were in the same street. And I said, well, it's 2,600 quid. That was in the text. In fact, I'll leave it on the screen. And he texts back, okay, is that your best price? If I could do it any cheaper, I would. I can't, really. When customers say that, is that your best price? No, that's my most expensive price. I mean, if I could do it cheaper, I would. I don't understand why Why customers say that? Can you do it cheaper? That's the price you quote. It's the price you quote. That's it. I normally find because normally builders who do that, they fuck you down on the price as hard as they can. I normally find the people who do that are always the ones you tend to have issues with. That just seems to be what I've found. That reminds me, someone left a comment saying, I don't know, I'll try and find the comment, I'll dig it out and I'll put it below, but it was something like, why do you still fit GU10 cans? That's really old fashioned. If somebody wants downlights, what the fuck else do you fit? I don't understand what, you fit a GU10 can and you just put whatever LED lamp in you want inside it. Or you fit the fully encapsulated LEDs with the non-replaceable lamps. Those are the only two options I know of. You have a fire rated can and you put an LED lamp in it, or you just fit an all-in-one LED fitting. But I don't like the all-in-one LED fittings because they say they'll last for fucking 60 million years. They fucking don't. After 3 months, they end up having to come back and do a service call on them because they failed. Which really pisses the customers off because you sell it to them like, yeah, that will last for, you'll get a good couple of years out of those. And then 6 months down the line, you've got to like a fucking twat because you've got to go back to change a fitting. It just makes you look like an asshole, which is why I just fit a can and a good quality aftermarket lamp. And I've always done that. It's my turn to sit down now and watch you. Seeing as Dave has spent the last 2 hours cleaning his van out, I thought I might as well. It's my turn to sit down now and I can just watch you. I can chill out for a bit. We're almost done actually, there's not a lot left to do. Yeah, I did have a sneaky look in the side of your van this morning, mate. It wasn't a pretty sight, I'll be honest. It's a learning curve, mate. I'll get you there. Everyone says I'm hard on Dave in the comments. I'm not. I'm not hard on him.
He's a mentor. He's meant to be.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm not hard. I mean, I am hard on you, but
nice, then I'll just get away with so much shit.
Exactly. Customers giving me full permission to empty the contents of my van into the skip. Very handy when customers have skips. You can get rid of all your crap. A builder would look at this skip and think, oh, it's only half full. Normal people look at it and think it's full. You ask a builder, oh, there's a good couple of tons worth of room left in that. I've got a whole dual RCD board here I'm throwing away because I've just got no... It was that one we took out of this job in Gloucester Road. All the RCDs and breakers, but what? I don't know what to do with it all. I can't store it, All right, we're basically finished here on the first fix. So bathroom over there, as you've seen, I ran through it in the last video. Bathroom's in. This is the living room, this is all in. You've seen upstairs, that's all done now. So give us 2 minutes, let's load the vans up and I'll come back to you in a sec. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. All the links coming up on the screen now. Please subscribe, because I know there's a lot of you out there who watch and you don't subscribe. Please subscribe, because it does make a difference. And we'll see you on another video. Take care.